Aryan, a young journalist of 22, had a nose for stories. He was always on the lookout for the next big scoop, the kind of story that would make headlines and capture the imagination of his readers. Not just any stories, mind you. Aryan had a particular taste for the extraordinary, the kind of tales that left people scratching their heads in wonder. He sought out the unusual, the unexplained. His passion lay in uncovering the mysteries that others deemed unsolvable. Urban legends were his bread and butter. He thrived on the thrill of the unknown, the excitement of piecing together fragments of forgotten lore. He devoured tales of vanished ships, hidden treasures, and yes, disappearing trains. Each story was a puzzle, waiting to be solved. One such legend had captivated him since childhood, the Midnight Express. The stories of this enigmatic train had fueled his imagination for years. A grand old train, they said, that traversed not just land, but time itself. It was a tale that defied logic and reason. A ridiculous notion, most would say. The idea of a train that could travel through time was nothing more than a fanciful myth to many. But Aryan, he wanted to believe. He yearned for the possibility that there was more to the world than met the eye. So he found himself on board the Midnight Express one cold December night. The air was thick with anticipation as he stepped onto the platform. The train, a far cry from its legendary grandeur, was nonetheless steeped in an old-world charm. Its vintage design spoke of a time long past. It chugged along the tracks, a relic of a bygone era, carrying with it whispers of forgotten journeys. Each creak and groan of the train seemed to tell a story of its own. Aryan, notebook in hand, was ready to chase a story, or perhaps become a part of one. He was determined to uncover the truth behind the Midnight Express, no matter where it led him. The Midnight Express was more than just a train. It was a vessel of dreams and nightmares, a journey into the unknown. It was a legend whispered across generations, a tale that grew with each retelling. Launched in 1900, it was a symbol of progress, connecting distant corners of the country, bridging gaps that seemed insurmountable. Its dark green engine, with the number 1900 etched on its side, was a familiar sight to many, a beacon of hope and adventure. But the Midnight Express had a secret, a chilling enigma that lurked in the shadows. A dark secret that few dared to speak of, a mystery that sent shivers down the spine. On March 7, 1925, the train vanished without a trace. It left Bombay on schedule, but it never reached Calcutta, disappearing into thin air. No trace of the train, its passengers, or its crew was ever found, leaving behind only questions. The incident sent shockwaves through the nation, a mystery that gripped the public's imagination. Theories abounded, ranging from the plausible to the absurd, each more intriguing than the last. But the mystery remained, unsolved, a ghost story whispered in hushed tones, a legend that endures to this day. March 7, 2025. Exactly a century after its disappearance, Aryan found himself on the Midnight Express. The date was a coincidence, a quirk of fate, or was it? As the train sped through the night, an unsettling silence fell over the carriages. The rhythmic chugging of the engine, a constant companion until then, began to falter. The lights flickered, passengers stirred, murmuring in hushed tones. Then, darkness. Complete and utter darkness enveloped the train. Panic surged through the carriages. Aryan, however, felt a thrill course through him. This was no ordinary power cut. This was something else. Something unexplained. Section 4. Lost in Time. When the lights flickered back on, Aryan found himself in a different world. The once familiar interior of the train now resembled a scene out of a history book. Gone were the plush seats and modern amenities. In their place were hard wooden benches and flickering gas lamps. The passengers, too, had undergone a transformation. Their modern attire had been replaced by clothes of a bygone era. Fear and confusion reigned as they looked around in disbelief. Aryan, though, couldn't shake off the feeling of excitement. It was as if he had stepped back in time. The air was thick with the scent of coal and something else, something ancient and unknown. Section 5. The Vanishing Train Returns. Exploring the train, Aryan stumbled upon a discarded newspaper, its pages yellowed with age. The paper seemed out of place, almost as if it had been waiting for someone to find it. The date on the front page sent a chill down his spine. March 7, 1925. It was as if time had stood still for this piece of history. The headline screamed, "The Vanishing Train Midnight Express Disappears Without a Trace." The story detailed the mysterious disappearance of the train and its passengers. Aryan's heart pounded in his chest. He could feel the weight of the mystery pressing down on him. He had stumbled upon a piece of history, a tangible link to a long-forgotten event, a piece of the puzzle. But what did it mean? How did it connect to the present? Suddenly, the train lurched violently. Aryan grabbed onto the nearest seat, trying to steady himself. Screams filled the air as the lights flickered once more, plunging the train into darkness. Panic spread among the passengers. When Aryan opened his eyes, he found himself standing on an empty platform. The train was gone. It was as if it had never been there. The only indication of its existence was the lingering scent of coal and the echo of his own racing heartbeat. The silence was deafening. He was alone, lost in time. The platform seemed to stretch endlessly into the night. The mystery of the vanishing train, it seemed, was far from over. Aryan knew he had to uncover the truth. Join us for this spine-tingling stories. Don't forget to like and share the video.